But I feel like the Chappelle thing in so many ways is just going to be this like big beacon, like a big old lighthouse on the timeline that just reminds everyone you don't have to give in. When they try to tell you that there are all these things you can't say, you just don't have to give in.
Well, it's like the gay guys. We were doing a show in Austin, and I'm opening for Ryan, and they had a host who was gay, and he was like really like effeminate.
Okay.
And he would go
funny dude, yeah.
Yeah, sure, funny, yeah. But he would go on stage and say, I can't say fag, can I?
You can say whatever.
Okay, so he would say like literally.
He sucked enough dick.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, I've sucked enough cock. So I would say fag with the hard OT. He would get mad at me for saying it. But then he would go the next night.
It's like Cosby telling people don't use the ER, you know?
Wow.
But yeah, and he would go on stage, the fucking hypocrite would go on and say the exact same thing. But it's different because you're wearing fucking belt. Yeah, sure, he's fine. But
he was getting on you for saying
it.
Because what, you're not gay enough? You're not like outwardly gay enough?
Exactly, but he would go on and do it. And I'm like, what you guys have, like, you're the biggest fucking hypocrites.
Yeah.
You know what, the Chappelle thing, too, you're right, but the Chappelle thing also, it wasn't not only the you can't say anything point, it was also, there was like a jockeying of, you know, which class. Like there's always been kind of what you were saying earlier in the podcast where they try to kind of wrap all the other issues into black issues. Because it's like the same where there's like, you know, gay and trans is the same thing and the black issues are the same as trans issues and all this stuff, right? Chappelle's kind of point was like, no, it's, you know, it's harder to be black than it is to be trans. Like most of you people were kind of live most of your life as just like a white dude or white, whatever it is, right? And to be honest, he was kind of saying like, they were like, no, we're all together, but like kind of we're higher. And he was like, we're not together and you're not higher.
And
right? A little.
I do believe that some of you genuinely have gender dysphoria, whatever the fuck it is. But a lot of y'all are just making this shit up for attention. Let's be honest here.
But more importantly than that, a lot of them aren't even the ones that are getting mad.
Right.
But you are right. Like if a chick's like, I look like a chick and everything, but I'm like non-binary. It's like, but there are people that do the full thing.
I'm bisexual, but I'm in a relationship with someone that's the opposite gender of me, but I'm still going to tell you at every fucking turn how I'm bisexual and all this shit. You're just inventing shit to just sort of like not put yourself in the boring white person box.
That's what it is.
And I'm weird because I'm over here just like accepting, like, okay, I'm just like a regular white guy. I'm not going to like make up some new genders so I can impress you.
Well, there you have it. Adam and Ben Shapiro agree. Yeah. Two genders tops.
No, but the reality is that like I've had a lot of trans people on this podcast over the years, and I don't.
Yeah, dude, we're in comedy.
Not a lot, like maybe like 4 or something.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
That's a lot compared to
like 6 in the world. Yeah, so 4 of the 6.
Okay, one of them is Blair White, so I know she would be sympathetic to what we're talking about. But then, like, even the other ones, like, I don't really think that any of the people that I've been able to actually get along with or whatever who are trans are the types of people that are out here like demanding that nobody have a fucking reasonable opinion or reasonable conversation about this. Like, I'm forced to assume that even within the trans community, the offended percentage of the trans community is kind of exaggerated. Like I feel like I feel like probably within the trans community there's a lot more like J.K. Rowling and her opinions are just fine.
Dude, it's a 20-year-old college chick fucking community that's mad.
Exactly. Yeah.